Hello, hello. It's Tidbits from the Love Notes. How you doing? Yeah, it took me a while to get this going. Yeah. Well, let me say this. The heading for this that I chose after listening to different people talk about love, and I'm just trying to dummy it down. Whatever I heard, dummy it down for myself and for others that might be listening to get a takeaway. And I always tell you that because it's not exactly what they said. The text came from what does it say here? First John chapter 5 to 16, and so. The loving heart. This is what it's about. It's about the loving heart. So let me say this: our hearts, as our hearts are filled with love, it speaks to us. Our heart speaks to us, and it guides us to a loving place. And so a place where the ungodly things, the sinful things, the unsettled things that we hear and see, they roll right off of us. They roll right off of us. And regardless of how awful they are, but we don't share them. We don't share them. We want to be in a place where we hold the glory of love as our what we present. That's what we want to present, not the sinful things. And we often see many, and it's really hard, many wrong ungodly things going on in our world. And so basically we have to really believe in the power of love and become a vessel of kindness, and a vessel of positive uplifting energy, by complimenting people, you know um, seeing and hearing good things that are going on and sharing about those. Yeah. And interacting in a positive way. Now, I had an everyday story that happened to me today as I was getting ready to work on this, and because I got to basically do the research, and then I got to get it written up, and then I want to talk about it because I'm not a minister, but I'm trying to inspire. So I got a knock on the door, and it was two kids around 6 or 7, and they said, "Hi, we came to visit you." I said, "Oh, great," but I was getting ready to do my YouTube, and they just looked at me like, we came to visit. And so the goodwill of love spoke to my heart, and opened me up, even though I was working on the pastor's message, trying to dummy it down. These young children were here, and I said, well, let me tell you what I was working on. And this is all adult stuff. And so here's what happened. What God brought from me, this goodwill of love, is to say to them, well, children, this is kind of the paraphrase of what this message is about. We see bad things, kids, going on, but we are not going to pay attention to them, and we are not going to do them. We're going to be kind, and we're going to be loving to one another, and we're not going to share these bad things and be telling everybody how awful everything is. We're going to talk about the good things that are going on. And we're going to keep doing our very best. Enough. That was all a 6 or 7 year old needed to hear. And they said, wow, yeah. And so they got there. They were really happy. And it did a lot to uplift me to be able to do that, to let God work through me, because I had a plan. I was doing my YouTube. And so the kids got a game. They asked to do a tour in certain parts of the house, and they saw these games that I didn't even remember I had from other groups of kids. And they said, oh, we like that. So they took their game. Then I offered them something from the sharing table, and they got a drink and they got a snack and they went on their way. And they were so happy. So I'm just saying, this was a good thing that the goodwill of love reigned here, and not trying to push my plan, but pushing the plan of our glorious love, which is God. And so, tidbit number one: we will love others. We will love others despite the sin that's going on, and we will not share the sin. And we will not share it. That's tidbit number two. We will not share the sin, and we will share loving things that are going on. And I'll tell you, the last thing I'm going to say is we must always remember that the same God that loves us loves them. They're just further back on their journey, or they've gotten derailed, and we want to pray for them, and see the beauty of and the strength of prayerful power. The prayerful power of love. All right, this is Tidbits from the Love Notes. I'm so glad I got a chance to share with you, and I got my heart on here, and I'm drinking some water. I got my flowers that Charlie told me to have. I got the yellow silkies today, and because yellow is the color, yellow and brown. And so glad I got a chance to share with you. I hope you got something from that little message. I know that you are doing your best and love you. We love you. Bye bye.